SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, in today's video, I want to talk about something nobody really is, and that is the retention rate, well, I should say the penetration rate of the Frontier customer base and why Verizon was willing to pay so much for these assets. All right, let's talk about it here in today's video. A link for the original article from Jeff Baumgartner, lightreading.com. Link will be in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here. Turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks. So this in and of itself is a good deal for Verizon. It really does so much for them. I'll highlight some of those strengths or pros in this video, but there is definitely some downside. So I want to start first with the downside. For starters, we're talking about a Frontier footprint of a blend of fiber and older copper. And, obviously the older copper less attractive, the fiber very, very attractive. That's what Verizon's really doing this for. The acquisition of Frontier by Verizon gets them into a consumer base that's really quite small. It's not big at all, right? I did the calculations. Frontier wants to, I think, get somewhere around 10 million passings within the next couple of years. Well, that was like the original plan by like 2026 or something like that. And you're passing, let's call it 10 million passings of fiber. They only have like, if the calculations are correct, an estimated 2 million fiber subscribers across 25 different states. If I'm running those numbers, I'm estimating about a 20% penetration rate. That's not good. What Verizon is acquiring is a set of assets in which they're not really executing selling. So they clearly know how to build fiber. They know how to reach addresses, but we're not seeing them convert. Maybe Verizon sees that as the potential and says, well, we can do this better. Is there a pedigree? Is there a precedent for Verizon that they're able to do this? And that is a resounding yes. Fios, for what it's worth, in its footprint where it reaches, has a penetration rate at or exceeding 40%. So Verizon knows how to sell fiber. Frontier knows how to build it. This is actually a match made in heaven. They're addressing both of their weaknesses, complementing each other. One builds it, one sells it. So it's an interesting thing I think we have to talk about. Their weaknesses kind of are addressed with this transaction. For what it's worth, now you've got Verizon scaling much bigger in fixed wireless access and fiber, and of course wireless. There's going to be Verizon stores that are now going to sell better in Frontier territory because they can have that converged offer. There's going to be a situation where the synergies make a lot of sense for Verizon, and you're going to see more efficiencies and enhanced ARPU plays. Average revenue per user is going to increase. You're probably not going to see any type of major regulation. I don't think this is going to be an issue. There are bigger providers in Spectrum and Comcast and AT&T. I don't think this is going to be a problem. What I wanted to highlight in this video was the perceived strength of each of these companies are different. The weaknesses are different, but they complement each other in which they can kind of fix what the other one doesn't do well. Okay, so Verizon's not turning their back on fixed wireless. They spoke to the churn rate improvements when customers are taking to both products. A 50% improvement churn rate on the fiber and wireless, and a 40% improvement relative to the other direction. So there's a reason why they wanted to get this deal done. They want to get customers and they want to keep customers. So far, Verizon is the best when it comes to fixed wireless access and customer retention. And they want to continue to also be the best in fiber, which, their NPS scores are through the roof. Customers that have Fios like it and keep it. Customers that have Verizon 5G home internet, in terms of fixed wireless access, they like it and they keep it. this does seem to be a pretty sharp play here. I don't think the narrative about like Verizon trying to move like AT&T really fits. All the companies do the same thing. They want to sell home internet. Their core business has been wireless, but the wireless market is saturated. There's nowhere to go. Not much else you could do. What do you want to do? Sit there and milk ants? That's what we're talking about in wireless right now. Hans has been trying to milk ants for the last 4 or 5 years. Premium upsell. How's that going? The stock went down to $31. They're going into a bigger scale on their wireline business. And let's be honest. The home broadband profits and margins are better. And the retention and the duration of that customer is very, very long. And you don't have to offer subsidized handsets at the scale of $1,000 a phone. It's a better business model. There's a reason why they're doing this, folks. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of my commentary, some of the numbers we discussed. I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.